Welcome back to Wild Comics, guys. Let's get Cracking Wednesday started right. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Wild Comics. It is time to do Cracking Wednesdays. We're at another season, season 3. We're doing 5 more books. I know I was supposed to start it last week. Things have just been super crazy for me at the moment, but I want to be able to do this so I can show you guys the best way to submit your books that you have graded, that you want grade bumps, back into CGC in hopes to get a better grade bump. So we're going to be doing 5 more books, and I have 1 bonus book. So the first week, which is this week, what we'll be doing. Now, let me remind you, these books are not my books. I mean, I have maybe 2 or 3 of them that are mine, but some of these books were submitted from viewers such as yourself that is giving me the opportunity to be able to do Cracking Wednesdays, which is one of the reasons why there was a slight delay on filming this to make sure we were doing the right books. I was able to kind of pinpoint certain things and they were okay with it. So needless to say, let's get started. This week, we will be doing a white page 7.5 Age of Ultron number 10. So go ahead and take a look at that book. I know some of you guys may be thinking, okay, that's kind of an interesting book to do. But for some of you guys that don't know, this is actually the first Marvel comic appearance of Angela from Spawn 9. And if anybody of you guys know the story of Angela, she is actually a Spawn character in Spawn 9. It's her first appearance, but it's owned by Marvel. There's a huge story behind it. I won't really get into it, but yeah, I should look it up. It's a really, really great story. So we're starting with this book this week. However, next week, I'm gonna go through all the books so you guys know kind of what to expect. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. It's absolutely free. And most importantly, for this segment, you gotta hit the notification bell, because when I get the results in, I post it and you guys will be ecstatic to know what the results are. So next week, we are going to be doing a PGX. I haven't done a PGX before, so this is gonna be really interesting. It's a 9.4 Daredevil 183. So I'm not quite sure how a PGX grades, but we're gonna find out together. The significance of this book is that this is actually the first meeting of the Daredevil and Punisher, and it's an iconic cover. So super excited to do that book. The third week, we're going to be doing another PGX book. This is actually going to be a 9.2 Secret Wars number 8. Again, it is a PGX. I'm not quite sure. We are going to learn together on both of these books. First appearance of the alien symbiote that later becomes Venom. The following week, which would be the fourth week, we're going to be getting into some big boys. We have a 9.4, another PGX, 9.4 Ultimate Fallout number 4. First appearance of Miles Morales, and this is going to be a first print. This is not my book. This one is not my book, and The Age of Ultron is also not my book. Now, for The Ringer, season finale, big kahuna, big tuna going on here. My brother is allowing me to do his 7.0 off-white 2 white pages Incredible Hulk 181. We are going to be cracking this open to see if we can get a grade bump on this. I do see quite a bit. This book has never been cleaned. It has never been pressed. And I'm really hoping that we can, I mean, these corners are sharp. I'm very, very hopeful for this book from what I see right now. And just for fun, we're going to resubmit The Amazing Spider-Man 252 that was once an 8.0 and came back as, what was it, a 6.0. So we last if you were following me last time, this went from a 8.0 to a 6.0. So we're going to crack it back open. We're going to send this back in, and we're going to see what this comes back as grade. I won't do an episode for it because I think we already know. So we're just going to do that one for fun. So you know the routine. Let me flip the camera around and get you guys all situated. Hang tight. Okay. Now I have the camera flip back around so you guys can see how I crack these cases. Now, again, we all know that right here is a nice little groove that any screwdriver or flathead can fit inside of. So that's what we're going to start at. I do have a smaller screwdriver I'm doing this time. The other one was super long, and I know I almost stabbed myself a couple times with it. So I'm going to do this a time lapse so we can kind of speed the process up. So let's get started. Here we go. Okay, so here we go. I actually have the book out of the case. I'm sorry, I get kind of little shards all over the place. That case kind of broke a little weird on me. So, it's looking like it's a pretty clean book. I'm just seeing if there's an access point to where I can cut it, and we can. Right across the top, there's a spacing right across the top right here that we'll take the scissors through, and we'll go ahead and cut that off. Now, again, here is the label. It is a 7.5. I will be sending this back into CGC so that they can update their census. In case anyone's wondering, see if I can get it to show real quick. See if I can get the camera to focus. Come on, focus. Maybe it doesn't want to do it. Okay, I was trying to show you the first appearance of Angela, but whatever. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to fast forward this part as well. So here we go. All right, and we are free. Take a look at that. So I'm gonna look at seeing. Oh yeah, there's a few pressable defects in this. I can easily bump it. I'm seeing right out the gate. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera around and let you guys see the pressable defects. So hang on for one quick second. Okay, so now I have the camera in my hand, and I'm gonna show you guys some of the pressable defects that I see in this book. So if I can tilt it, the camera, so you guys can just kind of see some of the pressable defects. There is actually a nasty little line. See the line right there? Oh, there it is. There's a good shot. See all the pressable defects inside of this book? There's a nice little spine roll on it. There's actually up in this corner, see if I can get this corner pretty good. The corner up here is kind of crunched a little bit. See right there? Top right corner. But most importantly, it almost looks like there's like a poly bag line in it. See that line right there? And that big old dent right there. So it looks like this book can be pretty promising. Let me go ahead and flip it over for you guys. So you guys can take a look at it this way. So then here's the other. Oh yeah, you can see it right there. Almost looks like a poly bag line of some sort. So that's going to be a pretty big hit. That's something that I didn't really see through the case itself. But I do believe that will press out down at the bottom right hand corner. You'll see another indentation. And then right there on the top right hand corner, you can just kind of see there's some very, very light pressable defects that is inside of this book. This little area right here does have me a little concerned, but I think it'll press out and I think it'll be fine. So I'm going to go ahead and press this book. So I know a lot of you guys were curious to see what it looks like after the press. So I'm going to press this book and I'm going to let you guys see it after I get done pressing it. So hang tight. Okay, so now we're back. And I went ahead and I did about a 10-hour press on this book. I was able to get the majority of the defects out, but it does seem like some of them were still in there. So we'll go ahead and take a look at it. We'll go ahead and, if you can see, that line is ever so slightly still there, but it's not bad. I mean, I barely even see it or where it once was. And I think it has to do with some sort of like maybe poly bag or the way that it was stored. But it's very, very faint. To where I think it's maybe because I can see where it once was, but for the most part the actual spine looks way better. Corners look really good. Everything on this book looks really, really solid on the front. Now on the back side of it, as we can remember, did look really bad where that line was at. So let's go ahead and take a look at that line. And as you can tell, it looks way better than what it once did. There was one problem issue that was right there, which seems to still slightly be there. But for the most part, everything looks really good after the press on this book. There's still a little indentation right down there. But it doesn't, the light makes it look a lot worse than what it is. But it still looks really, really good after the press. Like I said, that full line for the most part is 100% gone. And everything else, the top corner, the ripples and everything is out. So this is what it looks like after the press, because I know some people requested what it looked like after I pressed the book. So all in all, this book should see a pretty good significant grade jump, in my opinion. So what it will come back as, I'm hoping to 9.8, but I'm thinking 9.4 plus, in my opinion. So but I guess we'll find out. So I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to go ahead and close out for you guys. Okay, so now I have the camera flip back around for you guys, and I'm going to close out this week of Cracking Wednesday. So let me put this down here. We actually did the Age of Ultron book number 10, first appearance of Angela inside of Marvel comic book continuity. Again, I think this could be an up-and-coming key with a lot of pressable defects. Again, it was also a 7.5 white pages. We are going to see if we can get this to a 9.8. And I think we can. So again, I'm going to press that book, send it back out to CGC, and hopefully get a grade bump. Then next week, we will be doing the Daredevil 183 PGX 9.4. Will be next week. So again, if you are new to the channel and you have no idea what this is Cracking Wednesdays. I do it every Wednesday. I do a total of 5 books. We send them out to CGC. They come back. We do the grades and we do the results in hopes that we can get some serious grade bumps on some of our books. That's kind of the objective and goal of this process, as well as kind of seeing how they grade everything. So you have to be subscribed and you have to hit the notification bell and like this video to be able to see what the results are. Any results that come back, you can be notified of that, and then leave a comment because I love to hear what you guys have to say about these segments. So that's going to be everything that I have for you right now. Again, please subscribe, please like, please leave a comment because I love to hear what you guys have to say. So until then, keep it wild, keep it fun, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take it easy.